Hi everyone, I am Katie the Crafty Blog Stalker, and in today's episode we are going to be making these embroidery hoop food covers. These are perfect for picnics or camping, to put over the top of a bowl to keep your food from getting little insects or leaves or whatever inside the bowl. These are really simple to make, so let me show you how. I'm going to be using a clear plastic tablecloth. I've got these fun embroidery hoops that are plastic in these cute colors. I just love the colors, and a pair of scissors. Now this is really all you have to make these embroidery hoop food covers. I am going to be using my Cricut maker so I can get a perfect circle cut out of the plastic tablecloth. And I'm also going to show you how to use the Easy Press to get the creases and the folds out of the plastic tablecloth, but those are completely optional. So here is a piece of that tablecloth that I have cut out, and you can see that there are very strong creases in this little piece of plastic. So let me show you how to get those creases and folds out. I've got the largest Easy Press mat that I'm going to be putting my plastic sheet on. And I've got the small 6x9 Cricut Easy Press. I'm going to go ahead and turn that on, and I want the temperature setting on here to be the lowest that it can be. So 210 is the lowest. I'm not going to use the press setting. I'm going to be using this more as an iron, so I don't need to worry about the seconds. So we're going to go ahead and let this heat up. Now that our Easy Press is warm, we're going to set this aside. Now let me move stuff so you can see everything that I'm doing here. And I'm also going to be using an iron-on protective sheet that I use when I am applying heat transfer vinyl or iron-on onto projects. And that is just going to protect my iron and keep the plastic from getting too hot. So we're going to try and flatten those creases as best we can. And we're going to lay that protective sheet on top. And then we're just going to use the Cricut Easy Press as an iron. And we're just going to go over the plastic. And you can see that those are already starting to come out, those creases. I'm going to turn this now since I got that big major one out, so I can do the whole thing. We're going to do that again. Just ironing that plastic. We don't want it to get too hot. Okay, that looks really, really good. Now we're going to flip it over and we're going to do the other side. Now, some of these creases, you will still be able to see like a faint line of the crease in the plastic, but it will be so much better than that hard to find crease. So we're just going to iron that again. And that is so much better than it was. So much better. So we're going to go ahead and let that cool and bring in our Cricut maker. In Cricut Design Space, I just created a bunch of circles and I measured them so they were about 2 inches larger than the embroidery hoop that we are going to be using. I am going to be using the knife blade in the Cricut maker. So I'm going to go ahead and put that in, snap that in. And I also want to make sure that all of these star wheels right here are pushed over to the side. I'm going to be using this 8mm garment leather setting. This setting works great for this plastic tablecloth. And then we are Going to load our strong grip mat that has that plastic tablecloth already applied. We're going to load, and we're going to let the Cricut Maker cut out our circle. It'll take a couple of passes. To remove the circle from the mat, first we're going to take off this outer part. And that is trash. Now when removing the circle, we want to be careful because it is plastic, it can stretch. So we just kind of want to go slow and pull up that circle. Okay, isn't that circle just perfect? I know it's kind of hard to see, but all right, there are our circles. So we're going to bring in our embroidery hoops. And we're going to start with the biggest one. We're just going to open up our hoop. And we're just going to start tightening it. I don't want that to pop off. I think the screwdriver's a little bit faster, so we're going to just tighten that on. Making sure everything is tight and in place as we go. Now we will get a little bit of gathering here at the top as we tighten, and that's okay. Awesome. There is our food cover. You can kind of push that down. Here are all of my finished embroidery hoop food covers. I love that they are clear plastic so that when they are on top of the bowl, you can still see what's inside. The plastic makes it super nice to just wipe off once they get dirty. And I'm going to keep a set of these in my camper trailer. I want to thank you so much for joining me today. While you're here, I would love for you to subscribe to my YouTube channel so you don't miss out on any of my upcoming tutorials. And you can also always find me at my home base at thecraftyblogstalker.com. Thanks everybody. Bye and happy crafting!